from Chase Mills, New York. Number 10, junior Blake Burrows. Defenseman from London, Ontario. Number 22, sophomore Madeline Burnett. Defenseman from Hartford, Vermont. Number 8, junior Megan Hayes. In goal today for the Saints from Sollentuna, Sweden. Number 35, senior captain Lovisa Selander. And the rest of the RPI Engineers. Head coach of the Engineers in his second season is Brian Lyons. The assistant coaches are Mark Cavosi and Tara Connolly. Ladies and gentlemen, to honor and respect our country and the men and women who have served and continue to serve America, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthems of Canada and the United States.
Afternoon, hockey fans, and welcome to the Houston Fieldhouse for this afternoon's ECAC hockey game. It's the St. Lawrence Saints and the Engineers of RPI. St. Lawrence comes in at 10-10-1 overall. They're 5-4-0 in ECAC hockey play. The Engineers are 7-10-4 and 4-5-0 in the league. RPI coming off of a 5-1 loss to number 6 Clarkson yesterday. The Saints picked up a win in Schenectady 4-2 over the Dutch women. And an opportunity for RPI to try and pull back to 500 and send the Saints there as well. So a big game. These two teams met earlier this year It's RPI getting the puck deep right off the opening draw. St. Lawrence is able to win that one 5-0 up in Canton. Goaltenders today for the visiting Saints. Sonia Shelley, senior from Braceville, Illinois. She's 4-6-0 with a .204 goals against average and a .920 save percentage. Here's a quick shot and a save by Solander off the stick of Kayla Vespa, the junior from Hamilton, Ontario. It was a good hard shot from the circle. Solander had to be unawares early on here. Back into the zone. The Saints come. It was Maggie McLaughlin. And now walking in, a shot over the top of the net from Rachel Smith. So the Saints wasting little time. They've already generated 3 really good scoring chances already. And this game is just a minute old, so RPI is going to need to buckle down here at the defensive end. The Saints are running rampant early in this one. Touch pass to center for Smith. Off for McLaughlin. And it's wrapped in. Delaney Weiss around. It's knocked down and picked up here by Hansen. Hansen threw it off a skate. Gathered up here by Weiss. Ahead for Michaela Capel. Off her stick. RPI tries to get a partial change, but the Saints turn it into the zone quickly. Kayla Nielsen, grad student from Laguna Hills, California. Gets as far as the RPI zone, turned around by Amy Wraithby. She tries to move it in on her own. And Steph Kurluck stole it away, but I believe it's a delayed offside. The whistle. Officials today, referees are Pierce Marston and Matthew Honeywell. Linesmen are Casey Garish and Keith Steinell. Madeline Burnett gets it in. Picked up by Kristen Guerrero. Moved out the far side. Kept in momentarily by Wraithby. But battled back for and taken. Here's Schwalbe. Ferroli down the middle. Flipped into the zone by Fries Hansen. Schwalbe to get it for the Engineers. Taylor Schwalbe got bumped off the puck. It's kept in by Burnett. She'll hustle off for a change. Swept around near side by Claire Dudley out to center ice. Falling down was Hansen. A chance now for a 2-on-1. Shot coming and a pad save. Looking for the far pad putback was Charlie Peterson, but it came off a little bit too hot off of Solander's pad. Now Oro's a shot and a save by Shelley. Picked up by Grigsby. Hansen jumping in, circle shot, blocker save, rebound swatted at by Rapace. Another try, no. Couple of opportunities there for RPI go by the wayside. And now a chance here as that puck went rolling across the line. RPI recovers. Good back and forth now from these two teams. Lobbed up the boards and all the way down the ice. And we get a whistle.
Is proud to announce that we are now a tobacco-free campus. Please join us in supporting our neighbors by not using tobacco products in all institute facilities and outdoor areas. And as always, we thank you for respecting our tobacco-free campus environment.
Moved up the boards and in. Severson. Here's Delaney Weiss. Across. Shot by Hayes. Redirection. And the shot just went wide by Severson. Severson trying to stick handle back out in front. It'll be carried and dumped in. McLaughlin. And now moved up by Wraithby, trying to get around the defender. Wraithby does. Dropped in front, off a skate of Tremblay. And the Engineers are getting some odd man rushes here against these Saints. Cross ice feed. Engineers are onside. Swatted deeper by Hansen. Cycling. And now here's Tremblay. Oros lost the puck. It'll be picked up and moved out by Lydia Grauer. Little toe drag, gets around one, but not a second. That was Justine Reyes, the team's top scorer, 5 goals, 11 assists for 15 points. Played back the other way. Kurluck lost it. Ferroli takes the pass from Burnett. And now Kendra Ferroli, the junior from Irvine, California, going to get it deep. Guerrero wraps it around. Stolen away. Here's Grigsby at the blue line. She'll turn and shoot one. Hit his leg. And it'll be moved out by Kurluck. Nielsen pulls up at the half boards. A drop pass in front. One save by Solander. 2. And it's kicked out towards the top of the circle. Poked out to center ice. And chased after by Capel. Saints going to try and bring it back in. Now Nielsen turning out of the corner. Engineers all collapsed below the dots there. In a difficult feed. Now turning with it is Poirier. Couldn't do much with it in the end, and Engineers will move it up the wall. Pops free to Poirier. She'll take a shot that deflects into the corner. Hayes going to get there. She's tied up. Stolen away by Vogue. And now sent across. Redirected on goal. That one kept out is a good tip. Solander had plenty of traffic in front on top of that. But the referee had good position to see the whole play. Never actually got to Solander, I don't believe. And now Poirier all the way back to the blue line. Some space to work for Butterfield. Hands it off. Dudley risks that one through traffic. Pass back to the side of the cage. Allows Solander to cover. As Engineer was dumped in front of the net. That was Hayes. She gets up slowly. 12:58 to go in the first period. No score. RPI and St. Lawrence. Shots are 4-3 Saints. And we get a stoppage in play. We'll be back from the Houston Fieldhouse. We are scoreless still. Face off, thrown on goal, and Solander had to make a tight angle save that time. And Nadine Edney, took a shove. Edney again, flips it on goal, and that one's going to be held on to as well. Edney, a grad student from Mississauga, Ontario, has 5 goals on the year, and that one would have been more of a blunder from Solander. It was kind of thrown from no angle. There's a blocker save by Lavisa. Gathered up by Grant. Madeline Burnett sophomore from London, Ontario. Missed a couple of games due to injury, but she's been back in the lineup for this weekend. Gonna pick it up here. Whip it down the ice. Wraithby gonna fire it in off of the defenseman, Podvie. And now a bounding puck goes through Edney, picked up by Hayes. Gonna go across for Ferroli, who picks it up off the carom. Moves it ahead for Schwalbe, on for Grigsby. Grigsby, a wrist shot and a glove save by Shelley, who holds on there. The 45th career game for senior Sonia Shelley. She's 20-17-1 in her career with a 2.22 goals against average and a 9.14 save percentage. She's basically split time so far this year with Grace Harrison, but is on a personal 2-game losing streak, although against stiff competition. Here's a little toe drag and a shot and a save by Solander. Pretty move that time. I think it was Reyes. She got free but couldn't miss the netminder in the middle of the crease, and Solander made a save. Not a lot to do there if you're Solander, just try and be big. You got a player like Reyes shooting from that proximity. And now another shot in the pad save. Puck still loose, and it's going to be swept away by Severson. A couple of big opportunities there for the Saints. Severson centering the other way, and it comes all the way through. Tremblay was looking for the tap in. Now Burnett at the point, looking cross ice for Capel. That was intercepted and lobbed back out to center. Chopped down here. The Engineers haven't gotten forward too many times so far in the opening 8 and change, but when they have, they've looked dangerous. It's gonna be lobbed in again. Chased down by Kurluk. Centering. Deflects. So she was looking for Nielsen. This one will be wrapped around. Kept alive here by Dudley. Now a shot in. Hit a skate. And here's Burnett. Burnett has it once more. Down the middle of the ice. Will be gathered up here by Dudley. Wraithby with a nice move. 1-on-3. Going to take a wrist shot. And caught right in front of the mask by Shelley. 10:35 on the clock in the first period. Shots are 9-3 Saints. Weiss throws it into a crowd in front of the St. Lawrence bench. Fought back to the RPI line. Here's Sabrina Rapace, junior from Toronto. Down the middle, Rapace flipped it. Ends up in the corner. Grigsby trying to hand it off for Oroz. This is RPI's top scoring line. Shot from Hayes was blocked. Lifted out to center by Kurluk. Quick cross ice feed for Weiss. Gonna shoot it back in. First one to it is Dudley. Gonna try the near wall. Through center. Picked up by Poirier. The cross ice feed for Goldie was behind her, but she does track back and throw it deep. Poirier poked away nicely by Schwalbe out to center ice. Schwalbe trying to poke it on further, turns into a 2-on-1. Schwalbe walking in. Wraithby scores! Jamie Wraithby! Amy, excuse me, got too excited. Her first goal of the year. It is 1-0 RPI. Just her second career goal for the Burlington, Ontario native. Set up nicely by Schwalbe, who picks up her second assist on the season. And the Engineers have a lead for the first time this weekend. Quickly Grant off the draw. Takes a shot, saves Solander, rebound covered.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's first RPI goal is brought to you by Duncan.
So the Engineers have the early lead. Wraithby is first, and we now have a stoppage here to clear off some ice. Engineers lost 5-1 yesterday, but they were down 3 before they were able to tally. Earlier this year, I mentioned it earlier, but the Saints lost, or the Engineers lost 5-0 to these Saints. So certainly a positive turn of events here for RPI in this season series, playing against the Saints team they only beaten once in their history back in 2010. St. Lawrence is 25-1-2 all time against the Engineers. The lone victory, as I mentioned, in 2010 came on October 29th, a 3-2 win up in Canton at Appleton Arena. So the Engineers have never won here at the Houston Fieldhouse against St. Lawrence. Obviously a long way to go for that to come true today, but hard to win if you don't score, and the Engineers have. Engineers are 0-13-1 at home in that series. There's a glove save off the redirection. Oh my, Solander. They're gonna need more of that. Hopefully not too much more. But Grant was absolutely denied. Kaylee Grant, junior from Potsdam. A point blank tip. And Solander somehow was able to make the save. Now Capel leads a rush up by. She's going to get it deep. Back into the RPI zone. It'll be gathered up by the Saints. Diffley. Smith. Centering pass. Diffley again, going to spin it wide. Or Smith, rather. Tie up in the corner. Wraithby digs it out. And maybe another chance for an odd man rush. Wraithby walking in, shooting right on, and another save by Shelley. Amy Wraithby, who had just 1 goal in 55 career games coming into today, already has 1 and is looking for more.
Thank you for your support. We hope you enjoy it.
Engineers have gotten some secondary scoring. Both of their goals in their win over Syracuse came from players outside the top line, and that's a good sign. Their lone goal yesterday did come from the top line. It was from Jamie Grigsby right here. She tries to center. It's Grigsby's 4th of the season. And now the Saints on the move, and a glove save. Off the stick of Charlie Peterson, the sophomore from Bowmanville, Ontario. 7:33 to go, first period, 1-0 RPI on top. RPI men playing St. Lawrence yesterday, winning a wild one, 6-5 up in Canton. RPI women trying to follow suit with a win against the Saints here this afternoon. Pinch again up the wall is Dudley. Dudley behind. Gathered up there. Trying to center. The shot went wide from a tight angle by Reyes. Now Smith again. A jam try no. Behind the goal, Justine Reyes. Drop pass there that caught the outside of the post. And now Hansen trying to get it out of the zone. Does enough to do so. It was actually intercepted by Smith, but she was on her way out as well, and her momentum just carried her to neutral ice. Dumped in, Sam Nolan back to play, gonna slap it around. Saints change 4. That one hits the inside the glass on the RPI bench. Kira Bombay's all over it. We get a stoppage here. 6:42 to go in the first. We have a neutral ice draw coming up here in a 1-0 RPI lead. Severson gonna lift this one along. Puck goes spinning into the Engineers, and they wave off the icing. And it'll be thrown up the wall, and now picked up by Vespa. Kayla Vespa on for Edney. Pulls up at the top of the circle. Penalty coming up here. It's going to go on Burnett. As the Engineers are going to get a touch, I think. There it is. Well, they did. I thought they had it. So a power play here. They're going to do a body check on Burnett. No. Sometimes they feel a bit arbitrary, but
RPI penalty number 22, Madeline Burnett. 2 minutes for a body check. Time of the penalty, 13 minutes, 38 seconds. RPI penalty number 22.
a penalty nonetheless. Power play for St. Lawrence. They come in at 13.1%, 10 out of 75. The Engineers have killed off 86.3% of their penalties against. And now Grigsby doing some forechecking shorthanded. Just gonna try and pin it up in the offensive zone. It does a pretty good job of wasting some time. It takes 4 Saints to pry it away. Vespa. Smith. Touch pass, hit the skate of Rapace. Will force a bit of a restart again. Smith again. Gonna get it in deep. Weiss gonna get there. Can she clear up the near side? And there was no Saint player at the point. Made for an easy clearance. Shelley's gonna leave it aside for Grauer. And now Kurlik. Edney into the RPI zone. It's bottled up there for a moment, but they keep it alive. Kurlik again. Some space now for Podvy. Across. A centering try, and Edney finishes it off. It's a goal. And they want the puck. I'm not sure why. That's their 6th goal of the year. Well, it's a power play goal. I don't know why Edney wanted the puck so badly, but trying to search for a reason. No. Podvy has 6 assists coming in. It's a mystery. Moved right back into the zone. Reyes trying to drop it off. A quick shot block, saved by Solander. And the rebound is going to be cleared on the carry by Wraithby. A 1-1 game on the power play goal by Nadine Edney. It's her 6th of the year. A grad student from Mississauga, Ontario. Kept in there by Hicks. Reyes tries a little toe drag. Pressured and knocked down by Hayes. Centered, it gets deflected in the air. Tie up in the near corner. Pulled out of there. Josephine Hansen, senior from Copenhagen. Shoots it near side in the air past everybody. Should be icing. And Oros tried to sneak in front of Grauer, but couldn't quite do so. It'll be icing on RPI. So the Engineers lead as a relatively short life as Saints tied up there on their first power play chance. RPI has now allowed power play goals in each of the last 2 games. Hansen ahead. Here's Grigsby. Threw it off the back of Vogue. And now another cross ice feed hit the skate of Rapace. Wraithby, the lone RPI goal scorer thus far, gets it deep. Clearing effort, going to be kept alive by Weiss. Bouncing puck towards the goal. Shot just wide by Wraithby. If she had a couple of things go her way so far, she might have a hat trick already. The way she's been playing. And good check by Capel, as legal as you can be, I guess. Engineers touch up, but they can't jump on it. It's turned back the other way. Peterson. In the corner, shielding the puck away from Weiss. Comes loose here. Now a tight angle, looked like a centering pass, I guess, but had a lot of heat on it from Kurlik. Now shot in by Capel. Shelley stops it behind the goal. Going to try the near side. Kurlik. There's a RPI player on top of the puck. I'm surprised they're letting them play on this long. They eventually do, and it's Fries Hansen who gets up. Flipped into the zone by Hicks. Now Fries Hansen puts some pressure on. Eventually comes loose to Butterfield. Now with speed, it's Vespa. Vespa walking in, a shot, and Salander makes the save, and it trickles right through her. But stays onto the net. And still should be offside here. The puck entered the zone with the Saints player off, and they continued on. Unless they were still across the blue line, it was tough to see. And with RPI taking over here, it won't matter. They changed the rules on that. On the what's reviewable, at least, for a potential offside, but it becomes moot, and I guess I'll still tell you about it. Anyway, Oro's going to try and move into the zone. Cleared off of Oro's and picked up again. Thrown out in front, looking for Rapace. Doesn't quite connect. Cleared to the point and out of the zone. 1 minute to go in the first period. 1-1 game. Grigsby cross ice on the dump. Fed back to the point. Hayes shoots it right back to Rapace. Rapace circle. Rapace walking in. A shot on the save by Shelley. And be gathered up again by the Saints. Outlet pass. Hops off of Reyes' stick. She'll carry it on further. 36 to go in the period. Try to move. Lost it. Picked up Wraithby. Who else? Wraithby into the zone. Takes a shot, and the whistle goes on an offside. 29.5 left. Anyway, the point I was trying to finish used to be, for a short period of time, when you could review an offside, and reviews were even legal or allowed through video replay. At any point, if a play entered the zone and it was offside, it would negate a goal as the shot comes in from center ice. It was changed to, in the last year or two, that the offensive team had to be the first possession by the offensive team into the zone, meaning that the defensive team was able to win the puck back. Then the offensive team still took it back again and scored. Because the defensive team had a chance to move it, any offside that wasn't called would be negated. Basically, the defensive team possession of the puck made everything onside, which I guess it makes it a little easier, but also a little bit more complicated, because then you bring in the somewhat vague description of what possession is, and there's always a little bit of discrepancy there what puck possession is, if it's just a touch of the puck or intentional touch of the puck. Anyway, you can ramble on forever. 1-1 is the score after one period. Amy Wraithby scoring for the Engineers, Nadine Edney for the Saints on the power play. We'll step aside and be back with the second period. You're watching RPI Women's Hockey on RPI TV. to start the second period. Both teams with 5 skaters out there in a 1-1 game. Grant had it for a moment, stolen back by Grigsby. She's going to try and track this one down. And the race is won by the Saints. Now it's going to be Podvie. Lifted along and picked up by Grigsby. Grigsby walking in. Takes a shot. It's sticked away by Shelley. Now a jam try and another. Oro's trying to stuff it home, and a save by Sonia Shelley on both efforts.
We'll see you after the game at 2 King Street, downtown Troy.
Engineers have come out firing here. The first 3 shots of this second period belong to RPI. Cut the shot edge to 15-10. Saints. Now Capel off the draw, trying to jump on it. She stays on her feet enough to get to the corner, although it's stolen away, and the Saints break to center. Reyes backhanding it along. Tap back by Ondrick. Played ahead. Severson, Capel in deep. Grauer looking near side. Lifted but not out. Kept in by Weiss. And now here's Hansen. Going to move it in. Going to take a wrist shot. Gloved by Shelley and held on to. Face off, won by the Saints. Going to slap this one around. Peterson to center. Broken up this time by Megan Hayes, junior from Hartford, Vermont. Kurlick. Here's Nielsen. Puts on the brakes at the half wall and ends up spinning it deep. Burnett tried to intercept, just out of her reach. Centering pass broken up by Wraithby, and they score! Kayla Nielsen picks up her first goal of the season. And when Wraithby couldn't quite corral it, Nielsen was able to lift it just under the crossbar. I don't think Solander saw it, as Wraithby turned into an unintentional screen. And now we have an explanation. Aaron Todd, SID of St. Lawrence, passed it along. Of course, they didn't look far enough into that goal that was scored. It was Justine Reyes' 100th career point, or 53rd career assist. That was the first St. Lawrence goal. Couldn't figure out why they wanted that puck, and 100 points is a good enough reason. Here's a Rapace shot, and she scores! We're tied. Sabrina Rapace absolutely ripped that one inside the post. Her 5th goal of the season. And that lead didn't last long for the Saints. All evened up at 2-2. Intercepted at center. Rapace wants another in a hurry. Her shot this time is blocked away by Grauer. So Just 44 seconds after the Saints took the lead. Sabrina Apache evens it up again. Now Vogue shot goes wide. Backhanded towards the top of the zone, but only the Engineers await. Now they move it in. Here's Severson thrown towards the net, redirected, takes a hop off the skate of Dudley and goes wide. But we're in a 2-2 game. Fed further by Goldie, chipped into the RPI zone. Solander's going to play. Picked up by Nolan. Turns it up for Tremblay. Tremblay into Capel. Forced out of the zone. Severson had to wait because Capel was offside. Allows the Saints to move it back. Reyes makes a move. Reyes down low. Jam try no at the side of the cage, as it was McLaughlin trying to sneak it in the near post. Now Nolan again. Works up the near side boards. Good connection. Here's Fries Hansen. She makes a move. Inside out to the corner, where she runs into Amanda Butterfield. Wrapped around behind. Picked up by Hansen. Or Hayes, rather. Tipped in deep off of Wraithby. Kept alive by Amy Wraithby, and now 15:27 to go in this second period. Both teams have scored. Hayes swept in by Grigsby. And this one's going to leave the zone. Back checking is Rapace, and they're going to call her for a penalty.
RPI penalty number 7, Sabrina Apache. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 4 minutes and 52 seconds. RPI penalty number 7, Sabrina Apache. 2 minutes for tripping.
You like when the officials let them play, but then sometimes just scratch your head when they make calls like that. Anyway, second power play chance for the Saints. They're 1 for 1. The line between incidental contact and a penalty is sometimes a bit of a gray area. Saints will take the second power play chance, just as the Engineers took their 4 power play opportunities yesterday. A couple of maybe borderline calls. Shot coming, deflected in, and Solander makes the save on the slap shot that time by Kurlik. Shot all the way down the ice. Knocked down by Shelley. Edney on for Reyes. She'll slow things down at the wall. Pressured by Grigsby, but the Saints get it deep. Edney, touch pass, stolen away by Grigsby. She's tied up now. Grant to the point. Podvy across, took her eye off it. There was Kurlik. But the Saints maintain possession. Edney given space to walk in, and she fires wide. Already has a goal this afternoon, looking for number 2. She was very close to that left post. Now Reyes, handed off, corner. Podvy, a shot blocked high in the air. To the corner it goes. Severson going to try and clear, and kept in by the toe of Kurlik. But her cross-ice feed is off the mark. Engineers in desperate need of a change. A diving poke check by Grigsby gets the job done. She'll stagger back to the bench. 26 to go on the St. Lawrence power play, their second. Good cross-ice feed into the zone. They come, but they're offside. McLaughlin a little ahead of the play. The junior from McLean, Virginia. 2-2, both teams scoring here in the second period. 44 seconds apart. Saints took a brief lead on Kayla Nielsen's first goal of the season. Now a clearing effort, deflects ahead. Now be a chance for Capel. Capel stepping in. She's going to try and center, and is a little bit behind. Schwalbe was also partially deflected. Back come the Saints. It's chipped into the RPI zone. Weiss is going to play it off for Oroz. Oroz on the carry. Walking in, fanned on the shot. Second effort on the backhand is kicked away. Now Oroz. Rapace. 12:40 to go in the second. Glove down by Ferroli. Her cross ice feed was nearly picked, but eventually got to Wraithview. Shoots it in. Butterfield wrapping it along the boards. Poirier through Burnett. Now a tight angle shot goes wide. Kicks around to the half boards. Poirier lost it. Britt Capel too far for Oroz. They're going to blow this one for icing. Looked like it was playable at one point, but giving the Saints the benefit of the doubt here. Shot in, puck pops in the air. Another shot hammered wide. Ednia's shot, where is it? Pinned up by Solander. And then Oroz. Gets a talking to. I don't know what that was. I think Edney did not have good footing wherever she was and got bumped. And then the Stern talking to it looked like. But no penalty for Oroz, which I guess is the most important thing. Have played both Clarkson and St. Lawrence tough this weekend. Look at 5-1 yesterday. Doesn't quite look like it, but Engineers were in that game for a long time. It was a 3-1 game. It looked like they had an opportunity to come back on a couple of occasions, but a big shorthanded goal by Elizabeth. Jaguar, excuse me, made it 4-1, and that was kind of the end of RPI's comeback effort. White's going to shoot this one around. Hansen. Rapace going to shoot it across. And now Smith gets bumped by Rapace. Now McLaughlin. Stick handling, drops it off for Smith. Oroz read it, now she looks to break the other direction. Oroz gets overtaken there by Reyes and spun ahead to McLaughlin. Sends it back off the boot of Podby in deep, taken back by Schwalbe. Chipped up the boards, nice connection to Wraithby. Wraithby in the zone, flips it in, they're offside at the line. Icing is waved off. Burnett has it between her skates. Nielsen who gave the Saints a brief lead. Wraps it back to the point. And now again, Dudley, a shot that goes wide. Behind the goal, it's Kurlik. Schwalbe taken over. Kurlik a drive and tried to catch Salander leading the wrong way. He's hammered wide of the target. This will be icing here on the Engineers.
St. Pat's gatherers for a goal. Hands stirred, big and small passes in Schenectady, New York. Founded by an RPI alum based on his mom's recipe.
9:53 left in the second. 2-2 is the score. Tight angle shot again, and Salander is able to hold on to this one.
Officials line up.
And now we get our Hansen. Apache, ill-advised pass down the middle is broken up, but RPI wins it back. Oros skating it along. Gonna fire this one in. Just sits there for a second, and Shelley doesn't hold on to it, but the Saints are able to clear it out. Over to get it is Weiss. Delaney Weiss around behind, hands it off. Whacked along by Grigsby, fed back into the RPI zone. Weiss to get to gobble it up there. Oros. She gets hooked. Penalty coming up here on St. Lawrence. And we're going to get a touch of the puck. And the Engineers' first power play comes with 8:54 to go in the second in a 2-2 game. RPI's power play this year, 7 out of 63. That's an 11.1% to clip. Saints on the kill, 91.7%, 33 of 36. Just the 3 power play goals allowed.
Number 16, Dakota.
Face-off win, back to the point for Rowley. Going to use the near wall. Good tie up there. Tremblay shoots this one around. Severson hands it off to Burnett. Now back to Severson, looking for the one-time redirect from Schwalbe. Never came. It was close. Shot around by Tremblay again. Here's Burnett. This St. Lawrence penalty kill a little bit more passive than what we saw from Clarkson yesterday. Shot in, deflected in the air over the top of the net. Tremblay once more. No, it's Schwalbe. Severson back to the point. Burnett back up top for Rowley. A slap shot redirected on the way through. And it goes wide. Severson for Rowley. Holding, faking, shooting anyway. Pad save, rebound between the legs of Shelley, and she holds on there. Good looking power play for the Engineers. We're only halfway through it. That was the second unit, mind you. Looking very good out there. Kendra Ferroli looked like someone with more than 1 point in their collegiate career on that power play. Absolutely teeing off a couple of times to no avail. So the Engineers' first unit back out, or out for the first time, I should say. Hansen, Capel, and now Rapace back across. Hansen looking, shooting. It took a redirection. Oros off the side of the cage. Oros again feeds it through. And at the point, it'll slow up for Hansen. Hansen, Rapace through her stick. Maybe a chance to clear. Oros tied up behind the goal. Oros spins it back out for Rapace. Hansen, Capel, 19 to go in the power play. Rapace again. Towards the net, redirected off a Saints skate and wide of the goal. Rapace again, behind for Oros. In front, that was Grigsby, no. Flipped on goal in the backhand. Another try, Oros, and it goes wide. Penalty about to expire. Oros going to play it behind the goal. Rapace again, and dazzling power play. No result there for RPI, but they surely put some doubt in the minds of the St. Lawrence penalty kill. Now a centering feed off the skate of Solander from behind the goal. Both power play units for RPI look very good on that man advantage. And he's been called pretty loosely. 2 power plays for the Saints. They're 1 for 2. RPI not just 0 for 1. Now a 2-on-1 down low. Electing to shoot the puck there was McLaughlin. And it was kicked to the corner. McLaughlin again. She's wrapped up by Schwalbe. Looking to get free. Smith to the point. That shot kicked up in the air. It's loose in the slot. And Wraithby's going to speed out of there with it. Wraithby on the carry. Going to swat it in. Fries Hansen lost it to a trio of Saints. And now out comes McLaughlin once more. Fed in, a shot. Saved by Solander, and it's kicked away. Chipped up the boards and back out to center. Chances all the way around on both ends of the ice. We remain tied at 2. Now speed down the middle from Grant. Poked off her stick. She gets it back. Tight angle shot blocked by Hayes. Spinning with it is Vespa. Grant now. Takes a couple of pokes. Stolen away. Severson on the carry now. Lawrence Severson out of Rockford, Illinois. Gave it away. Carried back into the RPI zone. That was Guerrero. Puck goes all the way through. Hayes is down behind the goal. She's back up again. But it's Vespa. Back to the point. Guerrero, slap shot coming. Redirected off of Severson wide. Picked up by Grant. Poked away by Hayes. Gathered up by Vespa. Flips one back to the point. Making a move and getting it deep was Dudley. Now a centering try. Skips wide. Off of Grant again. Now back to the point once more. Dudley. Guerrero. She'll just filter it down low again. Cycling are the Saints. Vespa makes a move around Severson. Good pressure by St. Lawrence here. Shots are 24-17 Saints. Into the slot off the skate of Grant. Chipped out to center by Hicks. And RPI can try to get a change going here. Saints going to try and turn it around in a hurry. Into the zone. McLaughlin, or make it Nielsen rather. Picked up her first goal on the season earlier today. Gave the Saints an early lead, or a brief lead I should say, earlier in this period. Shot comes in, skips wide of Solander. Peterson had it for a moment. Ferroli poked it away. Rapace behind the goal. Lifts it up the boards. Pinching in there is Diffley. And now Nielsen again at the point. She'll line one up and take a slap shot, and it skips just wide. Might have caught Solander's pad at the very last moment as it hit something on the way wide of the cage. Grauer, she'll lift it along. Plenty of offensive zone time for this Saints offense, although the centering pass by Reyes is nearly picked but kept by Kurlik. Kurlik in the corner. Back to the point. Shot comes in, redirected, I think, off the right pad of Solander again. And now Weiss has it bottled up. Up the boards. And Oros can't clear. Second effort, yes. She'll try and skate out with it now. She'll just get it deep and get a much-needed change. 2:39 to go. RPI finally able to crack the Saints and get out of their own end. Now a giveaway. Tremblay walking in. A wrist shot and a save by Shelley. And now Tremblay again. Cycling. Here's Schwalbe. Tremblay again. And now Schwalbe again. Picking her pocket down low was Grauer. I think a Saint lost her stick there. Yeah, it's a McLaughlin playing without a stick. 2:05 to go in the second. Stick handling is Smith. Dangles back to her own zone before turning up ice. Runs out of room. It's kicked to the RPI zone. Burnett quickly across. Severson has thoughts as she moves in. Severson lost it there. Kicked at, picked up. Tremblay lost it. Back comes Vespa 2-on-2 with Edney. Vespa a shot, sticked up high off the glass. Comes down on the other side of the goal. Edney trying to center. Or Edney picks it up rather. She takes a shot that goes wide as Vespa went sprawling across the top of the crease. Edney again around the goal. Played back to the point. Slap shot coming. Podby hit a shin pad. Jaguar can't keep the zone. Severson out to center. Lawrence Severson just going to dump it in. Steered away from the net by Shelley, and now turned around as RPI makes a partial change. Hayes fires it in off the glass. Minute to go in the second period. A 2-2 game. Given away. Grigsby a drive, and she just missed the net. Weiss works it down low for Oros. Now Rapace. Point for Weiss. Hands it back off to Rapace, fed towards the corner, intercepted there by Podby, poked away by Rapace, lifted out to center. This should be icing unless it's on goal, and it is. And Solander thought about covering and gave it away to Edney. Her backhand shot goes wide. A little bit of a miscommunication there between Hansen and Solander, as Hansen stopped watching when she thought Solander covered. She gave it off. There's a shot right on, and a save by Solander on Peterson with 18.8 to go. And the Engineers, seemingly of these two teams, could use an intermission, although chances have been coming both ways. Shots now 27-19 Saints. And we are still knotted up at 2 apiece. We have a whole period left to go, mind you. Face-off win for St. Lawrence. Shot blocked down. Tie up in the circle. A couple of sticks got tied up. It's kept in by Guerrero. 10 seconds to go. Burnett's going to slap it around. Nielsen waiting for it. Schwalbe beat her to it, but it goes into the corner. Now Schwalbe again. Going to pin this one up with 2-1. And smartly will take this one to the third period. Still tied at 2. We'll have it for you here on RPI TV in just a bit. Engineers and Saints still knotted up at 2 apiece. Ready to go here in the third. 5 skaters assigned as we begin the frame. Jamie Grigsby back to the point. On her offhand there was Hayes, and all she could do was lift it up the wall, fed back out down the other way. Grigsby. Bouncing puck through the middle of the ice. It's turned back around. Here's Kaylee Grant. Shipped out to the corner by Burnett. And she'll play it along. Grigsby can't get a touch on it. Edney can. Carried back in by the Saints. Smith, drop pass. Walking in. Wrist shot blocked down by Hayes. A try by McLaughlin. Shot right back in by St. Lawrence. Picked up by Madeline Burnett. Her feed is intercepted by Reyes. Probably the most dangerous Saints player with the puck on her stick. But short-lived. Fed back the other way. Capel does battle there with Grauer. Kept in by Weiss. Now Hicks trying to backhand it out in front, but is intercepted by Diffley. Good break up by Hansen. Emma Hicks, she picked up a goal the other day against Syracuse in a 2-1 win on Tuesday. Gets it deep. Diffley. Grauer. Fries Hansen breaks it up. Good forecheck here from the Engineers early in this third period. Smith. Picked away by Wraithby. Bouncing puck along the line. Engineers are offside. That hit Wraithby, so the whistle probably should have gone, but then the Saints ice it. Well, except for they don't. Weiss. Good stick there by Schwalbe to move it along for Fries Hansen. This one's lobbed up the wall. Knocked down there by Guerrero. Now fed in and nearly got behind Shelley, but it was going to go wide of the goal anyway. Poked at by Schwalbe. Comes right back to her, right in front of the Saints bench. Down the middle of the ice. Does not have enough on it for icing. Burnett's going to have to play. She'll lift it high off the glass. Past the Dudley at the point. Oro's trying to jump on it. She pins up, looks like Nielsen along the near side. Puck back out to center anyway. Shot back in, sticked away by the goaltender, Sonia Shelley. Oros keeps it alive. Trying to work her way in. She's shielded off by Guerrero, spun back to the point. Delaney Weiss off the boards, past Grigsby in deep. Rapace. She'll shoot it around. Right back to her from Oros, but Rapace lost it. Tries to fight for it back and does. Feeds it back to the point again. Weiss takes a shot and was knocked down by Guerrero and carried back out by Peterson. She'll backhand it into the RPI zone. The Saints will complete a change. And Delaney Weiss is back to play it there. Freshman from Lake Forest, Illinois. Back to another Illinois native, and Lauren Severson knocked off her stick. And then sliding into the zone there, not on purpose, was Butterfield. Saints will touch up and go back in. Josephine Hansen for RPI. Up the wall. Capel. Will scoop it into the zone. Gathered up here by Podvy. This will wrap around. Severson knocks it down. Now tied up along the half wall. Saints pried away, lifted up the boards and out to center. Hayes shoots it along. Severson going to lift it in deep. Shots are 27-19. As we are still tied at 2, RPI and St. Lawrence. Bouncing puck through the neutral zone all the way to past Grant, although she pokes it away from Hayes. Hayes trying to use her body to keep it alive. And they'll go behind the goal. Here's Edney. Back to the point. Diffley across. Grauer going to keep it moving down low. Shot behind by Hayes. And the first one, too, it's going to be Lauren Severson. She'll flip it high in the air. Glove down by Wraithby. Plays it into the Saints zone, where Fries Hansen has it tied up for a moment. Edney moves it along for Grant. Now Hansen across for Ferroli. Up the boards. Good read there defensively by Grauer to step in. And then it's thrown off the skate of Grant, who feeds it back into the zone. Intercepted there by Rapace. Ferroli. D-to-D pass behind the net. Hansen takes a look up ice. Lifts it off the wall. Swept in by Grigsby. Behind the cage, it's stopped up there by Shelley. Some pressure comes from Oros. She elects to play it out the far side. Now Reyes. She'll flip it along. Hansen intercepts. Lifts it along for Rapace. Rapace will shoot it in. 14.5 to go in the third. Pretty quick moving third period so far. This one's fed down ice. Should be icing if Hayes can win this race. Oh, they wave it off at the end as it ran out of juice. Played behind the goal. Here's Burnett. Don't think we had a whistle in this third period so far. Maybe one early on. It's been pretty continuous play. Here's a puck off the glass. Out to center. And now Hayes going to move it along. Capel went down, but gets it deep anyway. Guerrero slaps it around. Hicks ties up her player along the boards. Out to center ice. Guerrero on the move, all by herself, 1-on-3. Waits for reinforcements. Nice job here by Guerrero, the freshman from Montreal, as the puck in deep and tied up to the point. Shot coming wide from Kurluk. And now Capel up ahead for Hicks. Did she touch it? Yeah, no. It'll be icing here.
The RPI men's hockey team will take on Brown University Friday, January.
We get a stoppage.
It's men's hockey alumni and freak out weekend. Stop by the Houston Fieldhouse box office to pick up your tickets today. RPI men versus Brown, Friday, January 25th.
No shots in this period so far, and still none as that one flutters wide off the stick of Butterfield. Puck at the side of the RPI net. Fighting for position really on the puck, and now finally comes free. Peterson back towards the point, kept in by Kurluk, and then skated out by Hansen. Ahead for Capel, right in front of the RPI bench. Turned around by Podvie. And now right back into the RPI zone. This is not going to be icing either. Lifted up the wall, just off the bench. It's Edney, down low. Edney twisting and turning. Severson on for Fries Hansen. Lifted in, and Shelley's going to stick it aside. Off the glass, center ice, bouncing puck. Burnett tried to shovel it near side, but didn't catch it cleanly. Now a chance here, Vespa tried to feed it across, still does, a shot. And that one wraps all the way around. It's going to leave the zone. And Diffley's going to play it there, or gets run into by Wraithby and carried on further out the other side. Grigsby now just off the bench. She gets run into in front of her own bench area. Saints take it over. It's Edney, but RPI takes over once more. Ferroli in her own zone. Off the glass far side for Oros. She's tied up there at the red line. Still looking for our first shot of the third period. It's almost halfway gone. Ferroli. Stick handling, poked away. Here's Smith. 2-on-1, 3-on-1. And McLaughlin fans on it. And the second try, no. A great chance there for the Saints. Goes by the wayside. Now another chance for McLaughlin to save. Reyes a try, and that's turned away as well. Guerrero. Stolen back by Ferroli. Gonna wrap this one around. Big opportunity, the first chance of this period, really. Either way, goes to the Saints, and they're unable to capitalize. Now, Oro's trying to drop it back for Grigsby. Schwalbe steps in, puck back to center ice. Hayes going to track it down there at her own blue line. Megan Hayes turns it back, poked away, chance to break in, but a little bit too big of a touch there, and Solander comes out to play. Schwalbe high off the glass. Capel trying to get it out of the zone and does. Tremblay going to get it deep and chase. Guerrero, first one to it. Far side, Schwalbe picks it up, fed to Capel. Capel a shot and a save. Shelley stick that one away as the Engineers then had a chance in front. Good forecheck, forced that turnover. And Schwalbe was looking for a second assist on the day. Capel wasn't able to stick it home. And the rebound just snuck away from Tremblay. Now this one through the near side all the way down. Is it going to be icing? No, they wave it off. Burnett stops at the net. Plays the near side. Wraithby takes a look. Nice feed. Here's Severson. Severson in the slot. Chopped away by Peterson. Good back check to break up that potential odd man rush. And now Hansen down low. Makes a move. Throws to the top of the crease. But nobody home on the other side. Now Kurlik. Steph Kurlik will leave it around to the near side. Fed up the wall. Past Burnett all the way down. Beating out the potential icing here is Peterson. Shielding away from Hansen. Back to the point. Here's Podvy. A wrist to right on and a save by Solander. Poked away as Vespa tried to gather. Kept in at the point by Butterfield. Lifted behind the goal, but it's broken up. Hansen once more. Going to try the near side glass. Rolls it out towards the point. Kept in by Grant. 9:10 to go in the third period. Shot coming. Saved by Solander. No rebound this time on the try from the wall by Amanda Butterfield. And we get a stoppage in play. Shots are 30-20. The Saints and Engineers are still tied at 2. We'll be right back here in just a moment. You're watching RPI Women's Hockey on RPI TV. Defensive zone face-off win for the Engineers. They wrap it around. Grigsby trying to get it out of there. Smith across. Reyes lost it in her skates, and the Engineers forced it to center. Chipped in by Blake Oros. She's on the chase. Grigsby trying to find it in the skates of Oros. Reyes can't corral. Then fed across, but it's picked away. Smith trying to turn it up ice. Smith moving in, trying to center. Hansen did just enough to force that wide, and no pass or shot came in the end. But the Saints maintained possession. Diffley down low, intercepted by Hansen again. Kicked at by Grigsby. Grigsby turning, flipping it along. Now Rapace has Oros wide, uses her. Oros, a shot and a glove save, easily and calmly by Shelley. 8:13 to go. 2-2 game. Face-off coming up in the St. Lawrence zone. Next up for RPI, they take on Union next Friday here at the Houston Fieldhouse before heading to the Times Union Center on Saturday, January 19th for the second Women's Mayor's Cup game. St. Lawrence is home to Brown and Yale next weekend. Here's a shot trickling wide. Burnett off the base of the net. Picked up by Vespa. Gloved at by Burnett. Played by Tremblay. It's going to be a hand pass. And the face-off's going to be sent down to the RPI zone, it looks like.
Friday, February the 8th. Come to the Houston Fieldhouse and support the RPI Women's Hockey team. We'll drop the puck at 6 p.m. RPI Women versus...
Draw here, one cleanly by the Saints. Back to the point. Shot by Guerrero goes wide. Picked up by Hayes. Going to lift it up the boards. Shot back in. First one to it's Burnett. She'll play it behind the goal. Megan Hayes now. Her pass broken up. And trying to drop it back there was Vespa. Or it is Vespa now. Rebound and a stop by Solander on Edney. Oh my. The shot there was blocked down on the try by Guerrero. Another point-blank save here by Lovisa Solander. Keeps this one tied at 2. Now down low. Back to the point. Guerrero. Diffley. That's blocked down. Or Dudley, rather. And now Edney goes cross ice. That one deflects in near the glove of Solander. Off of Burnett. And fed along and tipped deep by Grigsby. Helped to the corner by Shelley. Under 7 to go in regulation. Grigsby steals it away. Can't do much with it after that. Kept in by Weiss. Down low. Tie up there. Oroz. And now here is Podvy. Cleared off a skate to center. Kurlik one-on-one with Hansen. Still Kurlik feeding it for the back door. Trying to find Nielsen. It was through her and back to the point. Podvy to the near corner. Nielsen down low. A little give and go off the skate of Nielsen. And the Engineers clear to center through everybody. Race for the puck. This should not be icing as it was played. It just hopped over the stick of Butterfield. My goodness.
Legendary deals like this are only found in Texas Roadhouse.
And RPI is probably needs a timeout here.
Come dine with us.
I would imagine they would. Are they not going to use their timeout? I guess not. I guess they're saving it. Well, didn't think it was icing to begin with. Now Diffley backhands it into the slot, bouncing puck, swatted in the air, goes over the top. Reyes to play over there. She'll cycle. Hansen the first one to it. This one glove down. Rapace trying to find it. Guess she juggled it long enough not to be grasping the puck. Oroz turns on the afterburners and it's kept out. The stick of Diffley was all that kept the Engineers from taking a 3-2 lead there. So that puck was gravitating towards the goal line. Now a shot gets blocked down by Severson. On the try by Grauer. Now Wraithby for RPI, 3-on-2 if they hurry. Saints in the middle of a change. Severson runs into Oroz, and that ends that rush. Edney now. Weiss throws it back through. In the midst of a change, the Saints have it again. Dudley. Edney turning and shooting, sliding, blocked by Ferroli. Edney again. Turns it towards the point. The pass back to Guerrero, a bit off the mark. All she can do is touch it across the neutral zone. Good little exchange there. Edney moves in. Edney is shot, blocked by Weiss, high in the air and into the netting. And another stoppage here with 4:34 to go. Blake Oroz just showing her speed off there. She nearly snuck that one home. But Jackie Diffley, the junior from Burlington, Massachusetts. Another look at it here. That one was headed inside that left post. Goal-saving play by Diffley. She has just 3 points on the year, just 7 points in 81 career games, but you can see why she's out there in the right place at the right time. 5'8" defenseman makes the play, helping out Sonia Shelley, who's made 20 saves today. Lovisa Solander had 40 stops yesterday, as 30 so far here tonight. This afternoon, I guess. 4.5 to go in this one. Here we go. Rapace on the draw here for RPI up against Kayla Vespa. And it's the Engineers who win a big draw in their own zone. Grigsby trying to work it up the wall. Kept in by Dudley. And now jumping on it, Rapace. Grigsby's breaking. Rapace gonna feed it ahead. They're gonna wave off the icing immediately. As it's played along. Towards the point, broken up. Rapace gonna carry it back and hand it off to Burnett, who shoots it back in. Guerrero up the wall. Saints changing again. Here's Nadine Edney. Off for Kayla Nielsen. Saints still trying to work out this line change. Now they have who they want out there. As toppling over there was Reyes. And Reyes can't corral it again. Hayes high off the glass. Glove down at center. Played back by Smith. And now Podby going to fire it in from center. Gloved by Solander. Thought about handing it off, but we'll get a whistle in the end. Puck was headed wide. 3:28 left. And we're still tied at 2. We've been tied since early in the second period. Kayla Nielsen made it 2-1 Saints at 1:46 of the second, but then Sabrina Rapace tied it up 44 seconds later at 2:30, and we've been tied ever since. Podby, a shot over the top, hits off the glass behind Solander. Reyes in the corner, bottled up there by Weiss. Reyes trying to spin away, lost it in the end. And now Grigsby, she can't hold on. Reyes once more, spins it up the boards. And all the way down, no icing here. Hansen gonna try the near side in the air, deflected across the line by Grigsby, but gathered up quickly by Diffley. Off of Edney's stick. Hansen going to try and play it through the middle. Good touch pass here. On comes Oros, trying to break her way in, but a good poke check there by Grauer. Now Edney once more, or make it Vespa rather. Off for Edney. Edney in, drop past Vespa. Vespa a shot, blocked by Severson. She wants to skate. 2-on-1. In comes Severson, across, a save! Capella was denied twice by Shelley, and we are still tied at 2. A great rush that time, good awareness there by Severson. She could feel Capella or see her with her, and delivered a great pass across. Sonia Shelley made her best save of the night right there, denying that 2-on-1 opportunity. So we remain tied. 2:24 to go. You don't want to go anywhere here. Burnett off the wall, gets it back. A wrist shot through traffic and put just wide by Schwalbe. Good screens in front. And the Engineers just unable to sneak that one on goal. And now Severson. Stick handling through the neutral zone. Chopped in by Schwalbe. RPI will get a partial change. Capel the lone Engineer in on the chase. Under 2 minutes to go in the third period. Here's Justine Reyes. Indirect up the wall for Smith. Turned around by Oros. Maybe another chance for a 2-on-1. Oros, little saucer pass. Grigsby trying to give it back, and into the net goes Oros. She was taken down, and we have a penalty coming up here. It's going to be a hook on the Saints with 1:39 to go. Great work here by RPI. As the penalty is going to go on Reyes, back checking. It'll be the second power play chance for the Engineers. And boy, did they look good on their first one. Both units had a full minute to work. And they were probably unlucky not to score. And now a power play goal here means the Engineers would be in business for the full 2 points. Now we have a delay. I'm not sure if the Saints are using their timeout, or is this an official's timeout? You never really know. Is this maybe just a conversation here? Head coach Chris Wells, a 92 grad of St. Lawrence, played for the men's team, is in 11th season with St. Lawrence. Power play time here for RPI in a 2-2 game. Could carry over to OT unless the Engineers score. Here is Hansen. Rapace down low. Oros, drop pass through everybody. It will be out of the zone. Engineers have 3 last-minute wins here. Last minute or overtime, I guess you could say. And this one, again, has all the makings. As we're now minute 5 to go in regulation. RPI trying to set things up on the power play. A little drop pass for Apache. She'll skate it into the offensive zone. Drops it off for Grigsby, fed through for Capel. Under a minute left. That's RPI time. And more specifically, Blake Orhos, look for her. Capel inside. It was blocked down. And a tie-up now in the corner with 42 to go. Saints will be fine to just pin this puck up as long as they can. Waste some time. Capel digs it out, finds Severson. Severson, a shot is blocked into the air and out to center ice. Back to pick it up is Ferroli. She'll back it all the way back now with 26 to go in the third period. Oros lifting it along, too far for Schwalbe. Cleared out by the Saints and all the way down the ice. One more rush here for RPI if they hurry. Here's Severson across. Picked up there by Ferroli. Lifted up the wall. Turned around by the Saints with 4. Looks like we're headed to OT. As it'll be played by Burnett. And 60 minutes was not enough to decide this one. We'll play overtime at the Houston Fieldhouse here this afternoon. About 20 seconds difference here between the game clock and the power play clock. As the shots through 3 periods, 32 for the Saints, 25 for RPI. All right, overtime here at the Houston Fieldhouse. Here we go. Oro's a shot. She scores! Right off the draw. It's an overtime winner for Blake Oros. And for the second time ever, the Engineers have beaten the Saints 3-2 in overtime. She walked it right into the circle and went upstairs. That puck disappeared. I don't know where it went. When she went top shelf and she closed the cupboard. Holy smokes. I gotta see that again. Oros up top. That one just stuck in there. How How about that? Wedge it in that back bar, Blake Oros. Her 7th goal of the year is the game winner in OT. I told you to watch out for Blake Oros, and she does it again. Late game heroics, overtime heroics. 2 points for the Engineers. They're back to 500 in the league. The Saints dropped to 5-5 as well. It's the 8th win of the season overall for RPI. The Saints dropped to 10-11-1. I want to thank all of you for watching this afternoon's game. Assists on the game-winning goal, Capella and Grigsby. Oros wins it just seconds into OT 3-2. This has been live coverage of RPI Women's Hockey on RPI TV.